Hello everybody, my name is Benjamin.
And I'm Ivy.
We are the LIT Clinic, that stands for Lifestyle Integrated Therapy. And we are trying to bring you everything that you need and want to enhance your life today. And we are starting with walking Ivy through this process. Yep. Today we are going to build motivation. That is our number one focus. So I'm going to be walking everybody through the necessary education to get you motivated to learn about motivation. And then the how to do it literally. Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to get started?
I'm excited.
Any questions?
No, not yet.
Okay, for all of you, this is the basics moving forward. It can be a complex process. If you look at all the other Instagram yelling at you or listen to all these influencers, I'm going to break it down quick and simple for y'all. What worked best for me and the people that I work with, these patients. We're going to do that. We're going to do these. We can edit that stuff out. Cool. All right, so here we have our Lifestyle Integrated Therapy workbook, and this exercise is going to be creating our mic. Pick up the microphone, everybody. Motivation, identity, and character. It means, why are you doing what you're doing? Who are you? And how are we going to go about this mission? So our first page here, infographics, it's all about motivation made easily. So if we can zoom all the way out, Ivy, we have the negative stuff on one hand, right? This is what's pushing and repelling us. Feeling lost, the pain, feeling like a victim, fear, illness, dark frustration, being broke, all of those things. Make sense? Those are the things we want to get away from.
Yes.
How do you feel whenever you're feeling those things?
Just like really dissociated from life and numb
Right.
to everything.
And what's the goal when you feel that way?
To be happy.
Right.
And experience joy.
To get out of there.
Yeah.
Right. So whenever we're in pain, that is the fire poker in our back, the prodding force that's saying, hey, leave, right? This is not where you need to be. So we have to appreciate that is what our body and our minds and our souls are telling us, that we must escape. And this is what most mental health practices are aiming at, is trying to get rid of the negative, to offload your stresses and frustrations. The problem is it doesn't do much for us on where do we go. So essentially we're running from something. So 1,000 steps in every direction. At the end of those 1,000 steps, you'll be exactly where you started. And that by itself is quite depressing, to be honest. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So this is the negative side of things, and this really helps for you all to dive into those painful emotions that you're experiencing and kind of visualizing them, because we want to charge this negative up that's going to push us away from this particular lifestyle. People tend to get used to this, so they just stay this way because it's what they know. Mm-hmm. Right. Over here on the right side, we have what we are attracted to, the positive things in life, right? Belonging, power, love, wealth, health. And this is typically who we want to be, right?
Yeah.
Making sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, whenever you think about somebody who is like, very loving, kind, with a warm heart and a spirit, and they're beautiful, you can feel yourself being like drawn to them.
For sure.
Right. So that's what the pretty things in our life are as well. Mm-hmm. So like whatever destination, it's attracting you to it. Mm-hmm. The certain foods are pulling you, certain people. So we're just paying attention to these things, and we can also maximize them to increase the charge. So we're being repelled away from that. This is what we're being pulled towards. So we really want to amplify this one and amplify this one, and that will boost the energy, right? The drive to do something. Also, this is the way that mental health works, is that on the right side of our screen, there's who we want to be, the ideal, and then there's who we are, the red and the green circles. The farther apart those things are, the more that you're away from who you know you should be and not doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, the worse and worse and worse that you feel.
Yeah.
Yep. And then when we merge those two things, and you're actually doing what you know you're supposed to be doing, how does that feel, Ivy?
Incredible. Magical.
That's a good word. All right. So that is what we're after there, is how can we make this a reality in our own lives and practices consistently?
Purpose meets peace.
Right. That's how it feels when we do what we're supposed to do. And remember, y'all, this exists at a deeper level than just thoughts. So you really want to dive into these emotions, building the negative, building the positive. That will amp you up to do something, right? Mm-hmm. So the next question is, what is it that we do exactly? So this is about create and drive. Doesn't necessarily give us a specific direction, although there's a little bit. So the keys to this, if you don't know who you want to be, then you could never move towards that goal, and you will always feel lost. The most common thing that people say is stuck. Mm-hmm. We can get unstuck, like if your vehicle is stuck or you were stuck, we need more force and more friction, and you will get out of whatever rut that you're in, moving towards power from pain. So now we must identify who we are. Any questions about this exercise, Ivy?
No, it's very clear.
Right.
And easy to understand.
What are the negative things that you experience that make you want to change?
Numbness, lack of direction and purpose and what to do.
What does that feel like? It's supposed to hurt.
Sad.
Yeah, sad. Sorry about that. You don't want to dive too much into this on camera, but you should be feeling pretty emotional and want to cry.
Like, are we going to cry right now?
Right? Oh, no. That's the point, though. And then also talking about the beautiful things. Sorry, it's necessary, people, for the growth. Versus, what are the beautiful things in your life that you know that you could have? You got this, babe. I'm here for you. The beautiful things, Ivy. Moving away from the pain to the power. Couple words. Who do you want to be? We'll start there.
Who do I want to be?
Mm-hmm. So that's what this is the feeling you want to get away from, people. But what is the feeling that we are moving towards?
Like feeling like I have made a positive impact.
I like it.
On the world and the people around me.
Beautiful, babe. Beautiful, babe. And for those for those of you out there, we are more motivated by the pain than we are the power, right? So you only know what you know. Some people only know pain, so they're only motivated by pain. Frustration, anger. So as we come to understand the positive things and the beautiful things, we'll be more motivated by these. But in the beginnings, we can certainly use the negatives to drive the positives, right? Like, for example...
We almost need both.
For sure. You definitely need both.
Yeah.
You can't be one without the other.
No.
Such. We came prepared, folks. I saw one of those. Right. Okay. There was one more thing I was going to explain there. Yes. So at the beginning of your journey, if you're a very negative person, you may not be experiencing or even know what the positive stuff is. We're just going off of hope. Like, I just believe that something could be better than whatever I'm experiencing. That was my case. Like, I'm just going to go that direction because whatever's going on here sucks. Mm-hmm. And this will clarify it, and you'll be more motivated by the positive. You can run from the darkness, or you can run towards the light. It's another way of thinking about it. All right, identity made easy. So I have some more diagrams. I love diagrams. So on this pyramid, this is the triad of cognitive behavioral therapy, thoughts, beliefs, and actions, and getting them all to align. So at the base of the pyramid, that is our beliefs, what we think about ourselves and what we think about life. So if that is going well for you, it sets up good thoughts. Right, so if I think that life is great, beautiful, we are beautifully and wonderfully made, all that good stuff, then my thoughts are generally going to be more peaceful, more positive, okay? And then my actions will follow suit. I'm going to want to grow stuff. I'm going to want to connect with people, want to build, be connected to my passions, and doing more and more of those things, like taking care of myself as well, taking care of other people, all the actions that you see with like good people, high performers. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if your foundation is cracked with trauma, or we just chose a poor narrative for ourselves and we think that life sucks, or we just believe that at a deeper level, the thoughts are going to be anxious. They're going to be negative. They're going to be not pleasant, essentially, because they're being driven by the foundation of our beliefs. And then above that, what are going to be our actions if we are anxious and negative and we think that life sucks? We're going to be lazy, self-sabotaging, destructive, unmotivated, so on and so forth. Now, did you ever feel a transition like this, Ivy?
Life sucks. Life is great. Yes. Well, yeah, for
bit.
sure.
Right.
It's been a while, but I have definitely been in a part of my life where I just couldn't see anything.
For sure.
I just thought like my life sucked and that was it.
And then,
I couldn't
and
get
then,
out of
and then
whatever
what were
it
your
was.
thoughts?
F this.
Terrible.
F that.
Yeah, terrible. Terrible. And actions.
Yeah. Just total self-sabotaging. Like
A lot of mindless
a
partying.
lot of drinking, not getting sleep,
Gossip.
scrolling when I should have been sleeping.
Heard that. I've been there too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
So I've lived out both of these pathways right here. So definitely super anxious thoughts. And like you had said, drinking or scrolling through stupid dating apps or wasting time.
Or like not
watching
sleeping and then
mindless
waking
television.
up, taking pre-workout and going to the gym and then going straight into work knowing that I felt like absolute turd.
Right. Trying to feel something.
Yeah, just
Right. Versus this other side, whenever I, very much thanks to this relationship, but starting to experience that life really is great and coming to believe that has been a wild journey. Yeah. So where we base our identity has a lot to do with our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. So we have to focus on these things whenever we move forward. However, people tend to only focus on the actions and the thoughts. Like if I'm just fixing my actions, like say for best case scenarios, you have an alcoholic, right? So if you fix their actions, which is to make them sober, and you'll see this in your friends and your family, their thoughts and their beliefs don't match that.
Yeah.
So they crumble down, right? They don't believe that they can be happy or that life is good without alcohol or drugs or whatever. So their thoughts are still anxious, and they just end up falling back into these repetitive cycles of self-destruction.
Yeah.
So I felt this happen when I first started doing the self-development journey. Was like I was avoiding the self-love thing and the self-respect thing. I refused to do it. I was just trying to change my anxious thoughts, and I was just trying to change my actions. Had a lot of trauma in the background, So I wasn't. I was avoiding the core issue, which was like I just didn't love myself or really love life or really even know what that word meant. Yeah. So although I changed those top tiers, the above levels, I just kept like falling back into pain and anxiety and whatever, and that was my belief system, so it made sense. When I finally looked myself in the mirror and said, I got to fix this issue, I cannot keep doing this, I just addressed it, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna have to start finding a way to love ourselves and love other people, and I don't
Yeah.
care if it's, call me whatever you want to
If
call
it
me.
feels weird.
Yeah, it's a really strange sensation, but we gotta change these beliefs.
Yeah.
And sure enough, as soon as I did that, boom, here came this like sense of stability in life that made me like able to grow upwards and change my thoughts and beliefs more consistently. All right. And that's what I was saying down here. That we can also change all three levels simultaneously. That's ideal, but we always want to start with the why for the reasons I had just meant. Always start with the base of your pyramid. If we are built on stone, we will last. If we are built on sand, this is temporary, right? You'll be blown away in the wind.
Yeah.
Right. So really coming back down to those purpose, which we'll get our way into. Up next, we're going to create our authentic character. So now that we have this information, we want to dive into how can I apply that to my own self today. For this, we have the golden circle. Let me zoom in on this bad boy. Okay. Of why, how, and what. Get over here. There we go. So At the core of this, we have why we do what we do. That is the purpose, that is the mission, that is the reason, that is the why, right? That is that base level of the pyramid. It's what sets up everything above it. So we always want to start with something that makes us feel true to ourselves, that makes sense for us. Once you have that why, how do I want to bring that why into reality? What values do I want to have in place? Timely, disciplined, loving, kind, so on and so forth. Have another sheet with examples on it for people who struggle. And then what are the specific literal actions that we do? So you'll notice that this looks like a target. And we want to define these things well, because you can't hit a target if you can't see the target and you don't know what it is. So when people say they want to be my best self, right? Or Ivy say, I want to be the best version of me. What does that mean? What do it mean?
Yeah.
Yes. Because we're always forgetting stuff, so we want to have it written down. And I was guilty of this as well. You know, trying to make this happen without having it written down or understood. That's like shooting in the dark and trying to hit something. Maybe you hit it, maybe you don't. And even if you do, can you say that you hit that on purpose? You don't even know, right?
Yeah.
So we have to define, what does that best self, the person that you really want to be, look like, sound like, what do they do, how do they do it, why do they do it? Make sense? Cool. And the why, I want to get this like hammered down for people. In the middle of that symbol, you'll see a lightning bolt, okay? Part of the brand for a reason. That is the sensation that you get when you're a part of the adventure, right? When you're actually like doing what you're supposed to be doing and it's hype and you're doing exactly how you said you were going to do it. That is like you are the main character in your movie. You are the main video game character getting it on. The plot is all about you unfolding. It is incredible, right?
Yeah.
So it's a sensation. The words are superficial. They're trying to explain a feeling and a belief system that's within me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions about that?
No. But I like the analogy of what you said when you said that, saying that I want to live my best self, or you hear living my best life a lot. Like, what does that mean, actually? Just doing whatever feels good in the moment? Whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's very commonly I hear people say, like, okay, well, why do you want to be alive? They're like, oh, well, I like to help people. That is very fuzzy. Okay, that's a very blurry target. What do you mean by help? Okay, are you going to give them money? Are you going to give them a place to live? Are you a doctor, a carpenter? What do you mean by that? Okay, and then also, I help people. Well, what do you mean by people? Who? Your family, your friends, the barista at the restaurant? Like, what are we talking about here? So there's really not a clear way or a clear target for us to actually hit, you know? So when we have that defined, I help these people in these ways, right? So for me, I am a doctor. So I help give more life to the person. And that is going to be the core of that. So when I actually do that, okay, and I do that in a way that aligns with it, so that's my why. When it connects to my how, which is to be educated, funny, timely, all the doctor stuff, professional sometimes, aligns with the what, which is being a doctor, bang, 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 I hit that target exactly in the middle, and I have the most profound experiences with my patients. And they feel that. They feel that lightning bolt. And you will too as you do it. Okay. We can test this, okay, by simply, what happens if we don't do it? What if you are disconnected from your purpose entirely? What if you are doing that in a very poor manner, like you're being a jerk about it, and you're scrolling through, social media, not paying attention, not doing what you're supposed to do? How does that feel to miss your mark?
Terrible.
Right, terrible.
Sickening.
Right, that's all. Right.
Ill.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, so this is also, in Christianity, the word sin means to miss your mark. So whenever you miss your mark, or you don't do what you're supposed to do, or do what God had told you to do, then you sin, which means like you missed what you were supposed to do, so it feels really bad, okay? In which case, we don't want to do that anymore. So we have to figure out what it is that we want and then do that consistently, because this exists at any place, at any time, always.
Yeah.
Right, so this should always be available to you. As soon as I enroll in, okay, what's my why? How can I do that? And then what are the specific actions that I can take? Beliefs, thoughts, actions. Comprende?
Yep.
Yay. Okay, keys here. I already covered that. Make it special to you. If it isn't the lightning bolt, if it isn't exciting or riveting or enjoyable to you, then it's the wrong answer, right? Like life sucks. It can be very painful. If you don't have something that's really, really powerful that makes it worth it, because life is definitely worth it if you do the things that you're supposed to do, that you're called to. It is horrifically miserable if you don't. And that's why I'm trying to get this stuff out, because I see a lot of people suffering, and I've also suffered. It's not cool. Okay. And this is just some basic background information that we had already covered. Always start with why. The proof, we all know people who have their purpose and they're all passionate and they're getting after it. It's like, I want to be like that. And now it's your turn, Ivy.
I'm excited.
Right. And the good people. The good news, this is going to be easy. Okay. Just to review, the what's. These are going to be the literal actions and practices for which we have broken down into 4 categories. Personal, professional, go ahead and scroll down here. Personal, professional, passion, and relationships. So this will help us line out and categorize this exercise so it's a little easier. Okay, go through this one at a time here. All right, so the 3 steps. In the outer circle of this exercise, we're going to write down the what's, or the actions that we do that pertain to each particular category. Personal, professional, relationships, and passion. Some examples. Mine, professional, doctor, I do business stuff. I educate, patient care, make money, finances, and then meet new people. How do I do that? I'm honest, hardworking, smart, and I try to be funny because everybody has a dopamine deficiency issue. Why? To save lives. That's everything in this category. So my why sets up my how, sets up my what. We can reverse engineer it. So start with the what's, and then how do you want to be, and then how does that make you feel, and that's usually your purpose. Remember, it's an energy that we're after.
Yeah.
Same thing we'll do in family. What's specifically relationship? How? Loving, forgiving, understanding. Why? Simply just togetherness. It feels great when I'm with people in these ways. And then same thing for passions. This is everything that you love to do that makes you feel some type of way. Biking, travel, music, fishing, art, reading, martial arts, whatever you got, exhaustive list. I just did a couple to make it a little easier. How do I show up to those things? My core values. You got to be present. You got to be engaged in them. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. I don't like to be anxious during them. Like, let go, and this is what it's all about. And to be intense. Why? Just because it's awesome. It's just that simple. All right, y'all.
I forgot. I saw biking on your passions list. I actually forgot that I like biking.
You do love
When
that.
we were in Miami, I didn't remember. I was like, babe, I don't know. And then I got out. You couldn't get me off.
Right? Next thing you know, you're pedaling dozens of
Miles.
miles, right? Yeah. So in this exercise right here, you'll notice I do have the lightning bolt hidden behind, and that is just a reminder that this is the sensation that we are seeking indeed. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. And let's go ahead and start with relationships for you. What are the important ones?
The important relationship.
What relationships do you engage in on a day-to-day basis?
My fiance.
Me. Ha. Who else?
My dogs. My parents.
Mom and dad.
Friends.
Got any specific friends?
Tosh.
Got to that one fast.
Julie.
That'll work.
Yeah.
You get the idea. Okay, and is there like communities at large?
Is there a community at large?
Gym community. Let's
yeah,
go.
the gym community.
Let's go.
And my social media friends.
And what about just people at random?
Yeah, people at random.
Humans. Humans in general. I mean, it is a relationship, you know.
Yeah.
So that's also kind of things that we outline is that, oh, these are people, you know. It's bringing into awareness what's relevant to us. Perfect. Okay. Now, how do you like to be in those relationships that makes them better or more enjoyable? What values?
Loving.
For sure that.
Generous.
Got it.
Generosity.
Perfect.
Presence.
Any other way?
Curious. I started doing that with strangers, just being curious and generous with my time,
Mm-hmm.
instead of just like cutting the conversation short.
Mm.
And all the conversations have gone so well,
Right.
and it just feels good because you send the person off with great energy,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of just interacting with someone as a robot. They're like, oh, it's a human, and I'm a human too.
Yeah.
And so is everyone else.
Right. Yeah.
I love people.
Right. One here I like is like forgiving. I'm just gonna help you out here.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Forgiving. That's for me actually. And understanding. I'm plugging myself right now. Okay. Now, okay. Why talk to those people and your doggies, and why be this way towards them? How does it feel when you pull it off?
Feels like expansive and loving.
Mm-hmm. Expand love works. Where is the love? Expand love. And once again, this is a sensation that you want to like meditate on. Like to genuinely think about, surrounded by all the people that you love, and you're being generous, present, curious, loving, and giving. Like kind of like that wedding day, you know what I mean? Just gonna be like, what? And that's a sensation that we're trying to manifest and build. That's what we're gonna fight for. So
Yeah.
enhance your power. Okay? Excellent. Passions?
The gym.
Fitness. Let's go.
Food.
Definitely. But deeper than that, culinary arts. Yeah.
Culinary arts.
Gotta frame it in a cool way. It's part of this exercise. It has to be in a way that's interesting to you. I like food isn't correct. You do so many things in the food realm.
Yeah.
Recipe design. What else do you do? Passions. Things you like to do.
I feel like we did something recently that I really enjoyed.
Babe, we do all kinds of stuff all the time.
What did we do?
Just start.
We went on vacation.
Just go. Like, we do all kinds of stuff.
Oh! Can I say I'm passionate about skiing?
Yes, for sure.
Because I was like, there was something that I discovered that I really, really liked.
Adventure sports. You said biking.
Biking.
You love the lake.
I do love the lake.
Anything
I
else?
just forget what I love to do. It's kind of crazy.
It's kind of the point of the exercise.
Yeah.
It's exactly right, though. Like what you're experiencing is exactly why we do this. Oh, wait a minute. That's a thing I do. I play guitar. What?
Passion.
Things that you like to do.
I like art. I do like to paint,
What else?
even though I don't do as much as I should.
Anything ever that you like and enjoy.
Reading. Music.
There we
Sound.
go. The thing you do literally every day. Okay, perfect. Now, how do you like to engage in these things? What are the values to maximize them?
I mean, I would say like fully present,
Invested.
invested.
Right, because
Yeah,
we already
that's
have
it.
present over there.
Right.
How do you show up to cooking?
Excitement.
Perfect. What else?
Passion.
That'll work.
Playfulness.
Heard that. Playful. Gotta be. Okie dokie. What about the... We'll do professional.
Sound healing.
And musician. What else?
retreat coordinator.
Perfect. Retreats and coordination. So that means you got to be building some community.
Mm-hmm.
Social media. Networking. Right? / network.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta make some money doing that. Finances. Cash flow. Anything else you do in this category? That works.
Mm-mm.
Okay, how do you like to go about those things?
I'm running out of words.
Hmm?
I'm running out of words.
So this is professional business, like calculation, okay?
Okay.
Like you're trying to deliver a product. What do you like about it?
Organized.
Yeah, there we go. Thank God. Right? Well, what do you like to see in a business is another way to... And just so you all know, this conversation is supposed to be pushing it. Like we are literally pushing it and figure, who am I? We won't know that until we communicate it and figure it out. It only can happen in a conversation, and it's not perfect on the front end. We're like hitting the walls and then pushing through them to figure out
Yeah.
exactly what it is that we want to be and that we would fight for.
Creative.
You got it.
Creative businesses. I don't know. Ethical.
There you go. Ethical. It's like honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah, honest. Yeah. There you go. Perfect. All right. Things in your personal life that are relevant and important to you.
My spiritual growth.
That should probably be a guy. That should probably down here.
Relationships.
Yeah.
Oh, with self.
The spirit. That should probably be a relationship. That does kind of go over here too, though. We'll put it in both. What else?
I don't know what goes in personal.
Oh, so yeah, this thing like to maintain your own personal self. So like routines, exercise, nutrition, fitness, hydration,
Yeah, for
the
sure.
5 pillars.
All those things.
Okay.
All the above.
Sleep,
Nutrition.
exercise,
Self-care.
there you go. Skincare.
Yes.
Jesus.
Beauty routines.
Skincare. Swag counts. Style.
Mm-hmm.
That
Style.
definitely counts. Why would you dress up and look cool?
It's for me.
Makeup.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Anything in here? Sleep, exercise, nutrition, routines. Pretty good. That's a great list.
Yeah.
Okay. How, actually we probably need to go over here and finish this one up.
Oh, yeah.
So how does it feel whenever you do an excellent like retreat, like the one we had made, doing the sound bowls for those people? You're ethical, honest, organized, creative, invested, passionate. Why do those things?
Feels very uplifting
Uplift.
and
That easy.
yeah. Just,
The sensation, the core.
yeah.
How did it feel when you were bowling for people on the mountaintops?
Oh, at the house? At the Airbnb?
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yes.
I really liked doing the bowls at the park, actually. That
How
was
did
really
that feel?
nice. It felt really good.
Is there a
I
word?
was in a-
Is there a word?
I was in a flow for that.
Uplift, flow. Perfect. And how did it feel to help another person out? Like you saw Aslan's face, he was melted.
It just felt so good.
It can just be good.
Just
For the
be
sake of the good of humanity. It's that simple, folks. Do not
For the sake,
overthink it.
for the good of all.
Right. Okay, how do you like to show up to your routines? Spirituality, sleep, exercise, skin, swag. Why show up for you like that? Or how do you do it?
Show up with abundance.
Abundant mindset.
Show up with love. Discipline.
There you go. Discipline is the highest form of love.
It is.
What else?
I don't know.
I got you. Self-respect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, let me help you out here a little bit. Okay. So now let's think about the passions, right? So we're skiing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Shredding the pow. Mm-hmm. Doing art, reading books, sound bowls, recipe design, cooking, getting swole, doing some fitness along the way, adventure sports. I'm invested, I'm excited, I'm passionate, I'm playful. How does that feel to Tran?
Feels powerful.
Power. I like it. Anything else?
Um.
That works.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about like when you're in perfect routines, you're doing good there, abundant mindset, discipline with self-respect, swagging it up, sleeping good.
Super aligned.
Alignment, let's go. Great word. Okie dokie. So now we have roughly built out the whole thing. Now we just want to come up with one bigger, higher order kind of why. So why uplift others? Why feel powerful? Why expand love? Why be aligned? What's the general purpose of those things?
To
You can use some of those words, that's fine.
just to elevate humanity.
Okay, so elevate, I like it a lot. From what?
From the darkness.
There you go. I was like, what are we elevating from? From darkness. Excellent. I like it. Perfection. Now we're going to go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. Boom, boom, boom.
I see why your patients love you so much.
Do you?
This is fun.
What makes you say that? Right? Okay, yay!
Yay!
Okay, now we know exactly how, what, and why to be. Good job. So anytime that we are lost, what are you going to rebuild yourself on? What belief systems?
These belief systems to elevate humanity from darkness.
To feel that what? That power, that love, to uplift people, and to align.
To expand love.
Right. So who am I? What do I do? Why do I do it? Bang, 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 bang. So if you ever find yourself disconnected and dysphoria, oh God, then you can just realign yourself rapidly and hop back on quickly. Does another thing, Ivy, is that people struggle with self-respect. They are seeing themselves as they have seen themselves in the past. And that is annoying because we sucked, right? Self-respect, the word respect, respectate means to look at you again, okay? So let's just pretend for a second that we found this exercise, okay, and we don't know who this person is. So we just found it at random, and we pick it up. What does this person do? It's not you just found this, right? She does sound healing, right? She's building community. She does retreats. She freaking snowboards. She
care of
skis.
herself.
And she's got swag. She's disciplined.
She likes to bike.
Loving,
She's
kind.
playful.
She's got dogs and a fiance. Cool friends. Into spirituality. Forgiving, present, loving, and generous. Why? To feel aligned. Elevate humanity from darkness. To feel powerful, to expand love, and to uplift the good. Okay? So if you didn't meet this person, what would you think about them?
I would think they're really cool.
Where do I subscribe? Okay? Right.
I would want to be friends with them.
This is you, babe. This is the real you. The highest you. The person that we're aiming to become. And if we do it, it feels great. Love you, darling.
Love you too, babe.
Isn't it so beautiful now? So this serves as poor purpose in that if you lose your marbles, this is how we put our marbles back together and then rapidly get back on our path. This is our mic, right? Motivation, identity, character. Pick up the mic, people, and amplify your voice.
Pick up the mic!
Yeah, literally, we need it. It's not a joke. Humanity's in a tough spot right now. People, we got to get after it. If it's cheesy, if it's corny, I don't even care anymore. We just got to enroll ourselves as the main character in our particular mission. This is the first exercise. There are more coming. Send people this way. Scan the QR code. Join the community. Otherwise, we're done here. Any questions about anything?
No, that was so easy to understand, and I feel so much more clarity now.
How do you like this?
I love it.
It's awesome, right?
Yeah, it is awesome.
Hang it up. Never forget. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Have a great day. Have a great day.